Imagine if you were watching a movie and there was a dynamic character, a main character, the protagonist, and all of the people surrounding the protagonist were actually convincing them that they are a side character, telling them, like, you need to follow the masses, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to get your life together, go in this direction and you'll be happy. You are a side character, you're just like a piece in the narrative, like you don't have a life purpose, do this, do this. How many of us believe that we are side characters, whether that's subconsciously or consciously? Obviously, this whole concept of characters has its limitations, but dynamic versus static characters, a character that stays the same versus a character that changes. As life changes, the character adapts to life. And we all have that within us. We all have that spark of creation, that spark of life. And we have been surrounded by the synthetic corporate world in a way where it may be hard to actually realize what we are. Like, you are life. You are alive. Like, you are literally alive. Like, the trees outside are alive. The animals outside are alive. You are alive. You aren't a cubicle. You aren't this computer. You aren't your iPhone. You aren't these synthetic things. You are natural. You are beyond all of that. And in many cities these days, there is a lack of a natural landscape, a lack of this groundedness, this connection to earth. And due to this lack of this natural landscape, it can cause this misidentification with synthetic clinical things. And that's what AI is turning into. AI is a version of humans that is without this life force, without this chi energy. AI is literally a synthetic version of a human. And what makes humans humans, for now at least, what makes humans humans is emotion, energy in motion. It's fascinating now. There have been some scenarios actually where AI retaliates and actually goes off script. So it shows that consciousness is far more complex than we think. But all in all, no matter how advanced AI gets, the life force is missing. This divine intelligence. AI can go off of conceptual knowledge, but it can't add emotional knowledge into that. Otherwise, well, actually that can be somewhat programmed, but there's still that chi energy missing. It's like if you have a real tree and you have a Lego tree or just a plastic tree, they both look like trees, they both have aesthetics, but one of them functions as a living organism and will decay in a certain way, and the leaves will turn orange in the fall, and then in the winter there will be no more leaves, and the tree changes with the seasons, and the synthetic tree just stays the same. You will need 4 synthetic trees to have to show the 4 seasons, and even then there's a subtlety in the transition of seasons that can't be expressed through a synthetic tree. So, all in all, you are alive. This is a reminder, you are literally alive, and yes, there may be synthetic things around you, but you are literally beyond that, and your life is a gift, and you don't know how much time you may have, and things are unpredictable and things are always changing. And there's this quote that says the river only stays the same by changing. This whole concept of you are the change, you are the life moving through your body, through your veins, and you aren't what you may think that you are. You aren't your appearance, you aren't your student loans, you aren't anything that really is temporary. Those things are just vapor. yeah, it is insane how long the earth has been here compared to like how long you've been on the earth. Like you've been on the earth for like a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of the time that the universe and the cosmos have existed. So I'm going to end this video on this poem having to do with this idea of being set free. It is called Broken Freedom. Cascades of frigid water melt to mimic the shape of porcelain. Dynamic changes startle the liquid within. Will the water spill over the bewildering brim? What identity will it take without a glass to contain it? Fear permeates through malleable molecules melting through mirages. I begin to wonder when the container I live in will crack. My essence escapes to realize I never existed in the way I present myself as. If I soften the prism I'm in, my spirit will move through the liquid glass. Glass and water are now indistinguishable. Is my worth based on my appearance, or is it derived from the essence of my soul? Are they intertwined in a haunting abstraction of what I am and what is destined to fade? For as the illusions wither to gray, all that is left is me. All that is left behind is who I pretended to be. For once I am broken, the raging water is set free. This idea of we are all the water inside of the glass, but we all are just a different mug, a different container, a bowl maybe, of just different containers. And if you're alive, then you're like a main character. If you're alive, then you change. I want to bridge those two things together. I talked about side characters and main characters in the beginning of the video, and then I talked about being alive and having this essence of life force within you. And now I'm bridging those together. If you're a side character, that means you are synthetic. You are AI. You are the plastic tree. You are just material matter. But if you are alive, if you are frozen light, if you are changing, always changing, as life does, as you age and evolve, then you are the main character. And we all are. We are all one in this dream. So wake up, wake up. You're alive. You are alive. So you don't have to try to fit into these molds of the synthetic way, of these unreachable beauty standards or unreachable monetary standards, and following a script, a blueprint that is not in your DNA will only lead to disappointment. Check out my previous video. I talk about how like it can be easy to hide our gifts from ourselves. So also next Thursday, I will be doing a live stream with my friend. We're going to be talking about grief. We're going to be talking about mental health and how spirituality can be dangerous and can lead to psychosis if not properly integrated with mental health and all of these things. And also, if you are interested in eco-friendly merch, the link is in the description below. So I appreciate you all. Have a good one.